my number one thing after 10 games, Jalen Brunson is taking the next step. He is. He's really stepped up so far this season.
Tell me more.
Tell me more. Tell me more. Is he an all-star? No, he's not. But he's been really good. The Mavericks, when he's on the court, are incredible. It's been like 538 is a statistics website, and they have this stat called Raptor that measures efficiency. He is top 5 in the NBA in efficiency right now.
Wow.
As far as like how good the Mavericks are when he's on the court. It's an incredible. He's like up there with, Jokic and Curry and Giannis. It's an insane stat that he's up there. It just shows that when he's on the court, he's making a real big impact right now. And when there's a stat I'll bring up later where the Mavericks are actually, statistically not very good when Luka's been on the court so far. The Mavericks have struggled, and part of that is because of the starting 5. There's a bunch of different things I'll bring up with that. The Mavericks have struggled offensively and defensively when Luka's on the court, but when Luka and Brunson share the court, the Mavericks have a positive net rating. They have 121 points per 100 possession offensive rating, which is through the roof insane. And so that combo has been absolutely great. And so Brunson taking the next step, that's my first thing. Just my first thought after the season so far. It's one of the few things we actually know about this season.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I would say he's, probably better than Yogi Ferrell. But shout out to Iztalk and
his article in D Magazine. If you read that, you'd understand that joke.
Yeah, but when you just look at Brunson's numbers, just his on-off stuff, he's played 286 minutes on, 194 minutes off. In those 194 minutes off the floor, the Mavericks are a minus 18 in those minutes that he is not on the floor, with an offensive rating of 90 and a defensive rating of 109 in that. And it's the number one takeaway after 10 games. It's yes, they're 7-3. Yes, they're third in the West right now. Like whatever conclusions you want to draw about the team. But the number one thing right now is Brunson's taken a step. And if this sustains, like if this is consistent throughout the whole year, it's huge for this team on multiple fronts, but big time.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. The 2018 draft paying dividends over and over and over again. So Brunson taking next step, absolutely a huge thing for the Mavericks. Another thing, one of the reasons why he's been so good, and we just keep saying he's good, but one of the reasons why is he's been so decisive this season. He gets the ball, he does something with it. He goes for a shot, he drives and kicks. His passes have been really good this season. But something in that Iztalk article from D Magazine, only Steph Curry was more accurate on shots with greater than 2 seconds of touch time, a characteristic of self-created shots among all players who shot at least 400 of those. So if you have the ball for more than 2 seconds, Jalen Brunson has been incredibly efficient, almost as efficient as Steph Curry, who's the number 1 on that list. So he has the ball, he holds on to it, he creates something, he created something for himself, he creates something for others. And it's sometimes his decisiveness takes time to develop. It doesn't mean that he gets the ball out quick and he's like Lonzo, where he just passes the ball real quick. But he decides what he's going to do. He makes it happen. He gets into, like, if you play 2K, sometimes you have to get into the animation and you get stuck with like, all right, I'm going to pull this move. Brunson gets into his animation. He gets where he's going to go. And then boom, he makes it happen. And that's been an incredible thing to watch so far.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think his decision making, I think his body, I think this is the best we've seen him in the NBA. And now we just got to see if this is permanent, JB.
Let's hope so. There's not much that isn't sustainable, though. It's not like he's just been like 80% from 3 or something like that, right? This is stuff that he can sustain throughout the season. There's some shooting stuff that maybe could come back down to earth a little bit but it's not too much, right? A lot of this, I think, can sustain throughout the season.
Yeah.
Next thing